Hi, my name is Jesse Durham, and in this episode of the IBC quote series, we're going to address the saying that money is the root of all evil. Now, as I was sitting here, this is going to show you how real life this is. You know, these things that I talk about here, that I expand upon and share, are things that I have considered, that I do consider, that I come to. Now, that may be one of the most common things that many of us have heard in our lifetime concerning money, personal finance. That may be what we have heard more than anything else, that money is the root of all evil. Now, the Bible actually says, because that's where that quote comes from, it's from the Holy Bible. It actually says that the love of money is the root of all evil. Now, we could get really theological and philosophical there, and I don't mind that. There's a lot of value in that. I could actually enjoy that in a big way, and I do think that there is a difference. The words matter. The love of money is the root of all evil. But what I would actually like to focus on, what I would actually like to bring to this moment, is the practicality of money. Because as I was sitting here, like I say, as I was sitting here thinking about, how I wanted to share this subject on the channel, I was just looking around and I saw this implement right here. Now, hopefully I won't be making too much noise on the microphone with my Tomahawk. But I thought about money being a tool just like this Tomahawk has been a tool for me. Now, with this Tomahawk, could I unintentionally or intentionally hurt myself or others, damage property? Sure. All kinds of things could happen, right? Just like, could I choose willingly, intentionally, purposefully to do wrong with money? And when I say wrong, you determine what that means for you. I know that the key things in my life are my wife, my children, my business, my family, my friends, my church. So I know all these different things that are key to me. And could I do things with money that could impact my marriage positively? Absolutely. My wife and I were talking about sapphires that she's gotten. That's been a particular gift that I've given her for different occasions, anniversaries and such over the years. This year we will be celebrating 14 years married. 21 years together total, because we dated for right at 7 years before we got married. We courted. Let me correct myself there. I'm the father of a young daughter now, so I'm going to be very particular with my words. We courted. I digress. So, could I do something to positively as well as negatively impact my marriage with money, that tool? Yes, absolutely. She would be thrilled with more sapphires. There are plenty of other things that I could do with that money that would not be thrilling to her or be helpful or productive to my marriage. The same with my children, the same with my church, the same with my business, the same with my friends and family. Absolutely, there are positive things and negative things that I could choose to do with that money, intentionally, unintentionally, either. Just like I could do damage to property with this implement, with this tool, but in and of itself, and again, I'm not going to try and make a whole lot of racket with my microphone here, but in and of itself, is that tool going to do anything sitting there, positive or negative? No, it's not going to do anything by itself. But could I also hammer some tent stakes into the ground for a camping trip with my boys? Yes, and I have. And we've had some phenomenal memories because of it. Could we go behind the house and practice our tomahawk throwing at our wooden targets behind the house on the backside of the property? Yes, and we have, and it's a lot of fun. You can get some real laughs out of those boys when you get to having them throw implements at a fun wooden target. So just like that tool right there can be used well or used poorly at my discretion. Again, here on this channel, we promote the idea that you can become your own banker. that you could choose to not abdicate the banking function to someone else, but rather could maintain it for your household, for your business, for your investing, where you have the ownership, you have the control, you own the entity, you have the system, and you have the knowledge and the wherewithal to do it all and to do it all well. And, we just try and put as much information out on the channel here that is in line with Becoming Your Own Banker, the book by R. Nelson Nash, to promote the idea that you indeed can become your own banker. And the tool that we use is money. That's the capital that we use to capitalize the entity that we own and control, which is the whole life policy with a mutual company that has been paying a dividend for well over 100 years. And we use that for our need for finance. So I know I've talked about camping and my marriage and tomahawks. Who does that? I do. I know I've talked about many different things, but consider that. Consider, if you've heard that saying before, that money is the root of all evil, consider how money really is a tool, and it can be used for good or for ill. And I would promote the idea that you be in control, that you think long range like R. Nelson Nash promoted in his book, that you think intergenerationally about how you could be affecting the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th generation from where you are right now by choosing to practice this idea of becoming your own banker. So I hope that this has been interesting. If you've heard that saying, if you've used that saying before, I'd love to be able to hear your thoughts, questions, concerns, ideas about money as a tool. Maybe you know something or would like to know something about tomahawks. Let me know. This has been an absolute pleasure for me. If you'd like to have a conversation about how you could practice the infinite banking concept in your household, your business, or your investing, call 828-817-4223 or email durhamtalents@gmail.com. This has been a great pleasure for me, and I look forward to our next conversation or tomahawk throwing match, whatever the case may be. Have a great day. Take care.